podcast. Our guest here today is Castle. And Castle,
Hey.
yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself and your stream.
Hi, I'm Castle, and right now I'm playing a lot of MapleStory 2. I try to have some chill streams and entertainment, and I try to teach my viewers about how to be good at MapleStory 2, and hopefully they learn a lot about me or a lot about the game through me. I've been streaming for it's been like around a year. Well, I started August 2017, and I got affiliate in November 2017, so it's been like almost a year of affiliate actually, which is cool.
Yeah.
And I try to be a competitive streamer. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Blood Rain? Oh my gosh. Should I
Wow.
just do it? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. We're gonna start off with that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hold on,
I'll
real quick.
stall for a second. Welcome to the stream. Streamer Nexus is a community of streamers, and Castle is a member here. We're really happy to have him here. So it's a small community of tight-knit streamers, and we like to have this interview every Sunday where we kind of get our community and hopefully our viewers even together to come and learn a little bit about our streamers.
All right. Yeah, how's it going, Deanna?
Oh, I like it.
Gonna be one of those kind of streams.
Banana. Oh, do I need to? Yeah, maybe I need to raise the crop here so we can see the tip of the banana, right? There we go.
I've actually been a banana like for Halloween ever since I was in high school. So it's been like 7, 8 years already. It's easy. Perfect.
Okay, so tell us about when you started streaming.
So I started streaming PUBG actually. So like back when it was kind of newer, I was getting really good when I first started playing PUBG, and I got a new computer. So I was like, I play a lot of PUBG already, might as well try streaming. And also my friends were kind of curious on um, like they're kind of curious on like what my point of view is in the game because I'm usually do a lot better than them. So it's just mainly me streaming for my friends. And so like when newer people came in, I was like, wait, people want to watch me? Like I never really tried, you know. I was just like, my friends are here, we're just chatting up, they get to see my point of view, and it's cool because I get to see like cool clips of like all the stuff that I did, even though it was kind of looking back into it, like it was kind of bad quality and stuff, but I know I you learn through your stream journey. So that's why I started streaming,
Absolutely.
mainly for my friends.
That's really cool, and that's a good way to start. Is like streaming for your friends. You get practice. You get used to like talking and gaming because it's different, right? Than streaming, than
Yeah,
just playing games
because like
offline, right?
when I watched Twitch back when I played like League of Legends semi competitively, like I thought that the people who streamed were like only professionals, and I watched them because I wanted to get better. But then later on, like 2017, like now like, oh, everybody's streaming, like why don't I just try it, you know?
Yeah,
And yeah, I mean that's how I started.
that's so
And I'm
cool.
glad I did.
Okay, so does that also tie into why you stream? Like why start streaming? I guess.
So my reason was, so again, like since I play a lot of games, why not?
Yeah.
And it's a lot funner to like when you do something really cool. It's like it's funner to have an audience behind you, like, oh, dude, that's a sick shot you just did, you know. But if there's like no pick, no proof, like, right? I tell my friend like, oh, I just hit a sick shot, like, we didn't see it, so now I can clip it.
Yeah, that is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. So let's talk about some of your favorite games to play.
Well, right now it's MapleStory 2. So, well, I started off as PUBG, then transitioned to Fortnite. I went to Dead by Daylight, then Death Garden, and then I started like my horror phase and doing a lot of horror games. And now it's all MapleStory 2
Okay,
at
all
this point.
Maple Story all the time.
Blood
So
Rain,
would
kind of
you
mediocre
tell us a little
clips.
bit about that?
MapleStory 2.
Yeah, what's the
So
craze about? What's the game like? You know, that kind of stuff.
So when I was a kid, I played a lot of MapleStory. This is back. I played like when it was maybe a year old. This is back in like 2006, 2006, 2007,
That feels about
something like
right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So like back when I was like in middle school, and so it was really nostalgic for me. I came into MapleStory 2 not thinking that I'd be like this addicted. Um, like I looked at it, I looked at like the trailers, like, ah, this looks kind of dumb. It's like 3D. It's not the same. Like they had the
Oh,
same names, the same characters, but it's like a whole different game. Then I was watching some other streamers, and they're having a lot of fun too. And I was like, maybe I'll try it out. I tried it out, and I just got addicted. Like I have like an addictive personality. So like if I go into a game and know that I like it, I'm gonna go full on to the game. Like all the games I did, like PUBG, I went like full on. I was trying to get into competitive scene, Fortnite competitive scene. Dead by Daylight was more casual, but MapleStory 2, I'm just a really big min maxer, and I thought it's really rewarding to be, and it's also a new game, so like I could try to get to the top right now, which
yeah.
is why my growth is so big. I even wrote a Meso guide, and a lot of people like kind of know me.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that's helped quite a bit then.
Yeah,
Have you
Reddit.
done stuff like that for other games?
For the other games, I felt like I was kind of late to the party.
Okay.
Like PUBG, I was kind of later. Fortnite also, but
Right.
this one Death Garden. I was actually early to the party. I got big from that too, but Death Garden kind of like it went down in
Oh
viewership.
no.
Yeah, but I got it back going in MapleStory too, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
So have there
Battalion.
been?
Slaughter says Battalion.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Um,
So I actually met Slaughter through when I was playing Battalion. I was like in a weird phase of between games.
yeah.
Battalion was super fun, but then the thing about Battalion um, is that a lot of the players came from PUBG Pro Mod, which so they came in super good. So they pretty much destroyed the new player base, and there was no new player base. So
Oh
the game
no.
kind of got wrecked. Yeah.
Uh, so you've gotten Blood or Deanna here addicted as well.
Yeah, I see her making her house all the time. She asks me questions about different things too.
That's really cool. I guess what I was gonna ask was, have you had sort of unconventional ways like that you've maybe even accidentally grown your community? Like you talked about how you made that guide. Like, have there been certain things that you've done that have caused a surge in
I
viewers?
feel like, um, oh, when people sub and they see me dab, they're like, "Wait, do you do that every time people sub?" And then I remember getting like a bunch of subs at one
Oh no.
time.
Yeah.
I just I just do the infinite dab. Also, I feel like I'd have a lot of random things in my stream that not many people do. I mean, like
The
banana,
banana.
and then like yikes and trash emotes. I don't know. I just have some weird things, and
Yeah.
I try to be real. Like when you
Okay.
meet me in real life, I'm pretty much the same person as I am in stream. I don't have like persona or anything.
That's much easier, I think.
Mm.
Well, that's really cool. Yeah, it's nice to have like little lures like that kind of bring people in and make them want to be a part of the community.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. So how did you come up with this Twitch username, Castle?
Um, so in college, I had to pick a tag back when I was competitive Smash 4 player. Um, and I had no creativity, so Castle is actually my last name. Yeah.
Okay, I know they said not to do that, like not to use your real name, and then I was like
Yeah, you
Aaron
stalked
Shack,
myself.
and I was it's a bad idea, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cool. Cool. Tell us a little bit about your emotes and sub badges, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so my yikes emote, I actually made it when I was drunk one night, and then I the next day I looked at it like, oh, this is actually not bad, but I could do better. So when I was sober, I actually changed it, and I made it what it is now, which is the yikes emote right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yikes. So
There it
I made
is.
it better. Actually made that myself.
Yeah.
The trash emotes was back when I played PUBG. And that was back when my friends were super toxic all the time. So they're like, ah, dude, you're trash. Like, you should just have trash emotes.
Yeah.
My friend actually made me the trash emotes. So
Okay.
that's where that came from. And then he also made the different colors for my sub badges, which is also trash sub badges, which is different.
So
I don't mind it. It's funny.
you go through different types of trash, I guess, as you continue subbed. The
Exactly.
quality of trash is better.
It gets shiny and shinier.
Wow, that's really cool.
It's really different.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You don't want to have like something that everyone else has, you know?
True. I mean, I call that personality.
Yeah, exactly. And that brings people in, whether it's trash or not. Man,
So like when people say that I'm bad, I'm like, look at my emotes.
yeah, yeah.
It's trash.
It's trash. Okay, so on that note, what do you think differentiates you as a streamer from other streamers? What's
Um, so I want, so like what people have been telling me, like they like my voice and how I'm like super chill while competitive.
okay?
Like for like me as a viewer too, I don't really like watching people who like the typical FPS gamer where like they always pop off every time. Like I like watching like
Yeah.
Shroud and Anthony Conklin. I think those are the two streamers I want to be. Like they're always chill, and when something cool happens, they're like, another day at work.
They don't get too excited, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They don't like start yelling. I don't really like the yelling and stuff. Like I want to be able to watch a stream while I'm like playing games and like, people say they like my ASMR voice, I guess.
There you go.
So
Okay, I like that.
chill.
Yeah, chill seems to be like a really attractive asset that people are looking for.
Hmm.
Yeah. So another thing that would be more of an opinion type thing. In your opinion, what are some of the key aspects and features of a good stream?
Key aspects is chat interaction, especially for like smaller streamers.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't like respond to people who like say anything in your chat, then you're just gonna go away. Like, what's the point of being there? Unless you're like a super competitive, like if they're watching you to get better and they're like, oh, maybe I should have done that. Like he did this, maybe I should try that. Then I'll get better in the game. Which is why like when I first started watching Twitch, that's why I came to Twitch is to get better at League of Legends.
Okay.
So I'd watch like the big names and like even if they didn't talk to chat, I mean chat was like going. So like I mean
Yeah.
big streamers mostly don't talk to chat, but I would at least like come back and learn things from them.
That's awesome. Let's see. How do you manage or maximize your presence on social media, Twitter, Discord, all that stuff?
So like before streaming, I was kind of new to Twitter. I never had a Twitter before streaming, but I've learned that Twitter is like one of the biggest social medias to have. So I try to like post whenever I'm going live, and then sometimes like I post something during the day, and try to keep people like that I'm still like not really like relevant, but I'm still there. Like I'm never like walked away or something.
Right.
I use Discord. I try to include everyone in Discord and like try to talk every day. And for other people's streams, I like to visit people who's streaming. Although a lot of times it's lurking because I'm like doing other things. Because like lately I've been streaming like maybe 10 hours a day, and when I'm not streaming, it's kind of I have to do other things.
Yeah, dude.
But I try to at least lurk and stuff. So
Absolutely. So was the Fortnite stuff? Blood Rain here is saying that his Fortnite days were prime. So was that
so
was
Blood
that
Rain,
were you like really good back then, or was it a story of growth? Was it playing with the community, or was it mostly just you trying to get better?
So me and Blood Rain were actually dual partners, and we went to tournaments.
Ah,
Me and him actually won our first tournament together, and then after that, we kind of just got second place every single time. But then the people that we lost to were like really insane. So it was like like we were proud of ourselves.
wow.
Fortnite. So Fortnite was when I started like having more of a personality. I think back in PUBG, I was just trying to be like the best at PUBG. Fortnite is like I would say like random stuff. Like I actually got influenced so much from Daquan, TSM Hamlins. Like I would always say brother and like what do you mean, or like come here boy, or like just like random stuff like that. Like I would just after watching them for so much, I would just keep on saying. I still say those things actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game trash.
Yeah.
This game doo doo. I just started saying those type of things, and I think I have Fortnite to thank, even
Yeah.
if Fortnite's doo doo.
It's important to like remember all that stuff, kind of sort of see
Yeah,
where you came
it's-
from and what things made you grow and what changed you as a streamer, you know? Because that's two
Yeah.
drastically different things, from like competitive, don't talk to anybody, to like kind of funny, you know, making jokes and having these fun moments, but also highly skilled,
Yeah, yeah,
which is
for
a
sure.
difficult balance, I think. Yeah.
I
Um,
agree.
so let's see. How do you believe you can best impact the community in a positive way? Normally, I ask this question like maybe of just Streamer Nexus, but if you just want to talk about how you can impact, you know, just streaming or gaming as a whole as well. Yeah.
Um, so, well, for me, it's like MapleStory 2. So, like, I wrote like a Meso guide, and I'm trying to get people like today. I don't know if you saw my tweet, but someone actually recognized me in the game. Like, so you random queue for dungeons, and the guy was like, "Wait, are you that streamer Castle?" And like, yeah, like, dude, yeah, you helped me and my friends so much. Like, I taught them how to. Well, you probably wouldn't know since you don't play MapleStory, but how to go from bound onyx crystals to unbound, and it's helped them a lot and helped them like progress in the game. And I thought that was really cool. And he's like, "Oh, you're not streaming right now. Are you streaming later?" I'm like, "Yeah, I probably will be." And he's like, "I look forward to it." I'm like, "Cool." Like, it's
Oh,
nice to
that's
have fans,
great.
you know?
Yeah. It's
I
really
thought that
cool
was
how
really
you
cool.
can help people like that, and then it also
Mhm.
sort of brings them in as a viewer because they're like really appreciative, and they're like, "Oh, I wonder how he could help me, not just in this game, but maybe other games down the line."
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you're gonna stream Maple Story forever, you know, which is fine.
And then as for like my own community, I want to like help them, even if they're like small streamers. I try to like visit them and like prioritize them in my well, even if my schedule's kind of weird, so it's hard for me to like host them and stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
because like I end my streams like at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. my time, and most people are like at work or sleeping. So
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I try to interact with them, teach them.
Guys, I appreciate everybody that's come by. If you do have any questions, do feel free to throw them in the chat and we'll get to them as we go. I appreciate all the hosts and follows, and if you'd like to see Castle and other streamers on the podcast, you know, just drop us that follow, and you'll get notifications when we go live. This show goes live every Sunday. Oh no! Wow, that's okay. You know, usually it's like a interview type question, but you know that's a good question too. You know what? Why haven't you played WoW?
So like back when I played like MapleStory
Mhm.
1, I knew that MMOs like completely destroy my life. Like I mean not destroy my life, but like they take over my life.
Yeah,
So like
for
I
sure.
never I had friends like through the years like, "Oh dude, you should play World of Warcraft." I'm like, "No, I know what MMOs will do to me."
What would happen?
And
Yeah.
then and now I'm playing MapleStory 2. So like I chose MapleStory 2 over World of Warcraft. What do you mean, Blood Rain?
I guess you have if you want to play with them, you gotta get Maple Story if you want to be part of that. Yeah, that's the game of the hour. So let's see. What are some changes you would make in gaming and streaming if you could bring about some sort of change?
What would I change in gaming and streaming? Not really change, but I would encourage if you have a good enough computer and you play a lot of games, I would encourage you to at least try streaming. I bet most people in chat though are streamers anyways.
Yeah.
But like there's a lot of people like who are really good at games and they pretty much I think they have good enough computers. They should at least try to showcase their skills, right? I think it's a lot funner to have an audience behind you and you don't know, maybe people like watching you. So I would encourage people to go stream. Like it's 2018, everyone's streaming, why not stream?
Exactly. And some people might have the personality even if they don't have the skill per se, you
Yeah,
know.
that's actually a funny story because back when I played PUBG, I thought that, you know, I didn't think I had that much personality. When I saw people do IRL streams, back when there were IRL streams, now it's just chatting. I was like, I would never do an IRL stream because I can't like talk without having something to talk about, which is my competitive play.
Sure.
But now I feel like I've built a personality and I've understood like people actually like me as a person. Like
Yeah.
I could talk about random stuff, like especially when I'm like super tired at night when I'm playing MapleStory. Something I would just say the most randomest stuff, and
Mhm.
then chat would start popping in like the what did you say?" And you start a
All of a
conversation
sudden,
off
the
that.
interaction is there. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god, the molds. Like
Wow.
recently we talked about molding your asshole, like chocolate asshole molds, and then I would just give my subs like the chocolate molds and be like, "Eat my asshole."
Oh my
Yeah, it's
god.
kind of sus, but you know, it's just
Man, yeah, that's pretty random. That's hilarious though. I didn't know that was a thing. That
it's a thing.
seems like that job would really suck. Let's see. Blood Rain did ask, who is your main in Smash for?
Oh, I played Rob, but
Rob.
then when I started getting like beat by the top tiers, I started playing a lot of Diddy and Cloud. I
Right
play a lot of
on.
Diddy and Cloud, so
That's really cool.
I'm excited for Ultimate.
Yeah, I saw that they're like bringing back like pretty much every character. You know, they're gonna have
Mhm.
all the stuff that we've really enjoyed in past games. They're not leaving anything out this time, I guess.
Yeah, this time I'll for sure pick a top tier going in. I'm gonna try to be competitive in Ultimate also.
Now, do you have a Switch?
Um, I don't have a Switch. I didn't even have a Wii U. I just went to my friend's house and just
Oh,
bombed off
okay.
them. I
Yeah,
mean, it
yeah,
takes two players to play, right?
yeah.
That's how I saw it.
Right. That is fun. Let's see. What do you consider to be proper etiquette when visiting a stream?
Proper etiquette when visiting a stream. Well, I feel like you should definitely read the rules for one, and then start conversation, not piss off everybody. Like even especially when they're like a if the chat's not really going, maybe just ask them like a random question like how's your day or like something else like or compliment them and like what they're doing and just like make them feel better. Like I know when I first started, like not many people came in, they say hello and leave, but it's hard to make conversation because I just didn't really know how to talk to myself,
Yeah, sure.
just which is a big thing. Um, there you should try to always be talking about like the most random, like not the most random stuff, like for example like my thought process on my games. Like I don't want to just be quiet for like a whole hour and like have have somebody ask me a question for me to like actually interact. Like if I go
True.
into a stream and they're not talking, I don't feel like talking. It's kind of hard for me to say anything
Mm-hmm.
unless they do something cool. I'm like, oh, that was cool, but that's like one in a dozen, you know.
It does help because then, as a viewer, you know, you can kind of chime in with the conversation if they're talking about something, you know, that you can contribute to. That's yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, usually like reading the rules, starting with hello, how are you, stuff like that. That's definitely a really cool way to work yourself in because I know a lot of people just kind of jump in. They're like, "Yo, can I join? What's your Discord?" Like, you know,
Oh
like, come
no.
on, man, like,
Fortnite.
give me a
Fortnite was
second,
a
like,
lot of
you
that.
know, come in, say hi, you know, like,
In Fortnite, there's a guy that's like, "Yo, can I play with you? I'll carry you." I'm like,
I'll carry
"I
you.
mean, we need an extra person. All right, you could join." He was a mobile player, and I was like,
Oh, it's always the
no
mobile
way,
players, isn't it? Now
no way." Yeah,
that would happen all the time.
that's the other thing I didn't miss about Fortnite was the age group that was watching me.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're a lot younger, so.
right on. Let's see. How do you respond to trolls and negativity in your stream?
So for trolls, it depends on how bad they are. If they're like blatantly like cussing and like doing all this stuff, then it's just instant ban or timeout. But if they're like kind of playful trolls, then I would play with them.
Yeah,
I know a lot of my mods are really good at playing with the trolls. A lot of them are pretty ban heavy too. But
right.
yeah, so it's usually not really an issue. Blood Rain over here is also one of my mods.
That's good. Yeah, I usually like to kind of spur conversation about that because sometimes we have different ways that we handle stuff like that.
I feel like I built thick skin over the years, so like I could deal with it.
Exactly,
Deanna
and I
here
feel like
also
that's
is
very
a mod.
important. Yeah,
It's exactly what Deanna said.
I want to
She
try.
wants to
Just
but
can't
just
wait
mess
to
with
use
him.
that ban hammer. It really is fun. I remember one day we had a lot of trolls in one of my friends' chat, and it was just constant. It was like 5 or 6 people that were just like coming in, and I was like, yes, I get to do it. Like I started clicking on names and typing in chat, and I was like, ban so and so, and you just started to see them all disappear, and it was like playing Space Invaders, and I was just blasting everybody. It was just like pew pew pew.
I like that analogy.
Oh my gosh, snarky as F. Yeah, absolutely. It's fun to have a little bit of fun with them, because sometimes you can turn it around on them. Sometimes if they
there was definitely a viewer who said that he came to my stream to troll, and then he's like, actually, then he stayed. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, because I was playing with him. He had fun playing around with me too. So like, I guess he just stayed.
Yeah. See, that's really cool how you can turn things around like that. Because sometimes they're just being a bully. Sometimes they just had a bad day and they want to take it out on somebody. Yeah. But then when they realize, like, oh, this guy's really cool, or like, oh, he's friendly, or he's like, oh, he's really skilled, something like that. It could be anything that could turn it around and make them into a friend or something.
Yeah.
I like that. Let's see. This is often something I ask, of just like the Streamer Nexus community to sort of get an idea. But what is something you would like to see the community accomplish?
I feel like it would be cool if you like had like a night where we like got together or like played like some Jackbox or something like that. But I think there are some people in the community that I haven't actually interacted with yet.
Yeah.
I'm like slowly going down the line and trying to pop into like everybody's streams. But it'd be nice to have like maybe like a day where we like just hang out, or even like go in voice chat, just talk. That'd be cool too.
I'd like that. Yeah. Okay. That's something like that I'm kind of thinking right now, like, duh, we should be doing stuff like that. I guess it's just kind of difficult. Like, we do have people worldwide, and then we have people that are stuck on console, some are on PC.
Yeah.
But I feel like we could all do the chat thing, and Jackbox is pretty universal. Like, all it takes is someone to host it, and then everyone else can get on their phones or computers or whatnot,
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool, because that's definitely like the goal right now. I feel for the group I've been trying to connect as many people as I can, and it's really cool seeing those people like show up in your chat. Like if I come to your chat, it's like, oh, it's Aaron, and then all of a sudden you see like Slaughter's there, Joey's there, or just like just random people that like, oh, I've never seen this person in your chat before. They finally made their way around. So it's really cool to see everybody supporting each other, even if it's just little things like that. Just stopping by, saying hi, dropping a lurk, hosting, whatever it is.
Like what I like about Streamer Next is that we're so small. I've been in like many communities, and usually it starts off great, then we get like really hungry for more people coming in, then gets too big, and then all of a sudden it kind of like loses its focus, and some people like the key people start dropping out because we kind of like are too para hungry. I won't like mention communities, but Streamer Nexus is definitely really, really nice.
I feel like that's a target I want to maintain is sort of that small, very connected stuff, because it's very hard to connect when the group is thousands of people. Like right now it's kind of around 50, and we've slowed recruiting right now just to really focus, because there's still people, like you said, that we haven't been able to connect with. So
that's for sure.
Well, that's definitely a good perk. I like to hear that some things are working, and it's also good to get this feedback. So if you ever do have anything, just shoot me a message, and that's why I like to ask it on stream too, because maybe it stirs something in people that are watching. They might ask. Okay, so let's see. Where do you see your stream in the next year?
Where do I see my stream? I feel like I'm on the partner grind right now. Hopefully, maybe a partner. That would be nice.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. I see myself probably still playing MapleStory too, because it is still super new, and it is an MMO. But I mean, I said that about PUBG. I said that about Fortnite. So we'll see what happens there. But then MapleStory 2 is kind of different, because it's still like Blood Run here with the Yugs. It's still kind of like every week there's always been something new. Because you trash, what do you mean? You guys are toxic.
Is there another game like maybe you're looking forward to that would come out that might be able to at least compete with MapleStory, or something you could work in on the side?
Battlefield 5. I really enjoyed the beta. I actually just got the game from the esports group that I'm part of, Nemesis
Oh,
Esports.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I got the pre-release, so I'll try that sometime. And I really enjoyed the beta. I know that Slaughter was gonna get it,
Okay.
so I feel like it's only as fun as the people you play it with. So we'll see. We'll see about Battlefield 5 being my next big game that I play.
Okay. Yeah. Are there certain genres of games that maybe you prefer, that you're more drawn
Um,
to?
well, I'm usually drawn into like if it has a good competitive scene. Like I tried getting into Rainbow Six.
Okay.
It, like Slider knows this, but I kind of dropped off because I felt like it was just it was hard. It was a hard game. Like I
Yeah.
felt like I wasn't good. I felt like I was just bad. Maybe I'll try again, but I know Slaughter really wants me to get back on it though. But if
Absolutely.
it has a good competitive scene, or if it's like, well, MapleStory 2 isn't really that competitive. But the competitive aspect of MapleStory 2 is trying to get to the top, which is what I like, the min maxing part of it.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, if it's competitive, you'll see me play it.
Marcus Maximus, thank you for the host. Joe as well,
Yeah.
DBD Trapped. Appreciate all you guys
Um,
stopping by. If you do have any questions, just throw them here in the chat. We got Castle here, the Banana Man, and we're just going through the interview here. Let's see. What is the first game you would show your children if you were to have any?
I would show them like old school Pokemon. I think
Yeah.
is what I would show them, like Pokemon Blue version. I mean, what I was thinking is like Halo or something, but then that's like too graphic. I'd say Pokemon. 'Cause that's Pokemon is what taught me how to min max, and I'll make a bunch of little min maxer castles.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, Pokemon's great.
Yeah, that seems like a really good way to raise kids, right? Um, let's see. What is a game that you would like to see a sequel or maybe some DLC to?
This one's a tough one
Yeah.
because like I grew up playing a lot of multiplayer games, and not many. Marcus says Roblox. I'm not really sure about that. Like, there's a like, I'm just gonna say Neopets, even though it's not really a game. It
Mm,
kind of like it's fallen off. That was like a big part of my childhood too, was Neopets, but it never. Oh God, Blood Rain Deanna. It kind of just like stayed as is. It never really like grew with like over the years. Like when you go to neopets.com, it's still the same old Neopets.
yeah.
Neopets, what do you mean? I honestly don't know. I don't really play like if I play a game, that's gonna be the game I'm gonna be playing for like a long time.
Okay.
So like I haven't really. That's like when I played horror games, single player horror games. I never played a lot of those because I just never played them as a kid.
Right. So it does help, I guess, with these competitive games. They need to be like continuously updated, always growing in content and stuff like that. So really, that's probably what you're looking for, right? That type of stuff. Cool.
A DVD.
A
But
Roblox
DVD
stream.
has updates. DVD gets updates like every time though. It's not like like they're continuously making it better and better.
I've
Or
noticed,
updating.
yeah, that's a game that's been relevant for a long time. It's been a couple years at least, right?
Yeah, Death
And
Garden.
it's
Like
been sad to see
asymmetric
Death Garden
games.
and a
Yeah,
couple others. Like me and Slaughter were talking about Evolve. We were really sad to see that one flop.
I feel like asymmetric games are gonna have its time soon. Cause like
Hmm.
BRs are kind of, what more can you add to a BR to make it like stand out?
Yeah, that's true.
Asymmetric games hasn't really had their chance. Like it has DVD, and I don't know what else there is.
I'm curious to see what Battlefield might do and what COD might continually do as they continue. But yeah, it's kind of hard to say. Like, what else can you do?
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
Interesting. Let's see. So, if any video game character could be your friend, which one would it be and why? Of course, you can have multiples if you want to, name a few.
Yo, Master Chief from Halo because he's a badass. And as long as I get my own Spartan suit, that'd be sick.
Oh yeah, perks of being a friend, I guess, right?
Yeah, I get to use his Spartan suit.
That would be cool.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. We got a question here from Deanna. Do you have an opinion about Telltale games?
But Telltale games? What does a Telltale game
So
mean?
those are the ones they made like the Walking Dead kind of story based games, Batman, The Wolf Among
Also,
Us.
like Life is Strange, like that.
Yeah, that type of game. Yeah.
I think it's really interesting, but it's kind of like watching a movie that you get to direct yourself,
Yeah, that's true.
which is pretty cool. Yeah.
She
They
said
have
that
the
answers my question. Was that you didn't? You were like, wait, what is it?
I never knew the genre
Yeah.
of the game. I didn't know.
Well, Telltale is the developer of a lot of them. Not Life is Strange, but it's a similar genre of like these storytelling based games where you sort of just have a minimal interactive role in just how the plot goes, making choices over what your character says or does, but not really
Oh, I see.
actively playing the game like you would with, an RPG or something.
I think the way that I play games, like when I played horror games and stuff like that, like I would kind of speed through it. Like I'm the type of person that would try to beat the game as quick as possible, like kind of speed running, but I would do main story mostly.
Mhm.
So like I'm not the type of person to go out and do side quests and explore. Like for example, Guild Wars 2, when I got it 3 days before release, I was at max level before release because
No.
yeah. So then I only played like a week after that because I felt like I kind of sped through it. Guild Wars 2 wasn't really a game that you want to get super. Like you're supposed to go and enjoy the scenery and stuff, but I was like, no, I'm going
No.
going out. I'm going out and going next level. They're like, oh, now what? Like there was enough content for me at that point.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So the
that's the
end
other
game
MMOs.
content is the difficult part, I guess, in maintaining a game's relevance with you, right? Because
So
you're.
like Maple Story 2, the the new boss that came out,
Mhm.
we thought it was going to be a lot easier based on because Maple Story 2 came out in Korea like 2 or 3 years ago,
Mhm.
and we were watching Korea Maple Story to see what global Maple Story is going to be like. A lot changed, so
Mhm.
everyone was like, "Oh, we only need like plus 12 weapons," but now it's like, "No, you need plus 14, plus 15." They're like destroying us at this point. So now there's more content. Also, we haven't had PvP yet, which I think is going to be super fun.
Okay. Yeah, that's really cool. Let's see. So if you could, I feel like we might know the answer already. Uh, if you could only stream one game, what would it be?
Maple Story 2.
Oh
Right,
no.
and then the next question, I know you're gonna ask what I stream and what game is like super fun for me to stream and what game is like what I play
Yeah,
off stream. Maple Story 2,
Maple Story.
because I
It's
still the
both.
grind
It's
is
not
real.
two
The grind
different
is real.
games. There's okay. All right. Well, often that question we kind of try to get like, what is the guilty pleasure game that you won't
Oh,
stream? Like, what's that? Do you have one?
as a pleasure game that I won't stream.
Yeah, just something you like to play. Some people have a game they think it's like embarrassing. They like to play Dance Dance Revolution, but don't tell their friends or
Uh,
something. Whatever it is.
I guess back when I played mobile games, I mean, I wouldn't never stream mobile games.
Right.
Like I played Clash of Clans, Clash Royale. I don't really play many mobile games anymore. That was just a time waster for me, or like stuff that I just played when I just wasn't doing much.
Mhm.
But I don't do that much right now. I mainly only play games when I stream. Not like like when I play games when I'm not streaming, I'm like, oh, this kind of feels weird. Like I'm not talking to
It
chat or
does.
anything. Yeah, yeah. So right now, I only play games when I'm streaming, pretty much.
I found myself looking at my second monitor and I was like, chat's not there. I'm not streaming. Oh man. So
Yeah, exactly. Or like I
It
would
just
say
feels
like the
weird.
big moments to be on stream. Like I would
That's
probably just do
true.
my
Yeah.
dailies. Yeah, I do my
It's
dailies when I'm off stream. Then when I'm on stream, I do my dungeons, something like that.
mhm. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's true. Mark has a good point there. By the time I finish stream, I just want to chill. I don't want to play any games off stream. Yeah,
Exactly.
and Castle goes pretty hard. He streams for a good amount of time, and he does play consistently. Let's see. Marcus has a game that's Destiny 2 that he plays all the time, on and off stream.
That's a grind heavy game
He
too.
goes hard all day. That's a good one, Blood. Let's see. What are the best and worst game purchases you've ever made?
Uh, I'd say the best game purchase I made was PUBG.
Okay.
Because PUBG is kind of the one that brought me to streaming. Like I'm not sure if I would be streaming if I didn't get PUBG. Um, the worst one, I'm not sure about the worst one. I don't.
I guess we just
Yeah.
try to figure out, like, was there a game that was like, oh, that was a waste of money, or that game was crap, you know? Like, I don't know.
Oh, getting over it.
Subject to your opinion. Getting over it. Yeah, I could see that. I could
That
definitely
one
see
was
Yeah.
I hate getting over it. I could only play like an hour at a time and just rage. Like I think it's one of those games that's like a more fun to watch than to play type of game.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
He loves Fortnite. Oh my gosh. And
I
Deanna
don't love
says that
Fortnite.
she's streamed Bayonetta, but then when I finished, I wanted to keep playing, but I couldn't.
But I couldn't. Wait, what do you mean? You couldn't.
What were you too tired to continue playing, or was it like it just didn't feel right because you weren't streaming? Because that's how I often feel. I'm just like I want to play this off stream.
Or yeah, like if I play something with the storyline, like when I stop streaming, I don't want to continue playing because I feel like I should continue it on stream.
Yeah, you're like robbing your viewers of the storyline. Yeah, I've definitely seen that.
Albert has a good question here. What do you do off stream? Off stream, what I do is, well, I hang out with my friends sometimes. I actually play like every week, like twice a week. I play spike ball or round net. It's a sport. It's kind of like a mix between Foursquare and volleyball, and we have like our own little team. It's like usually 20 30 people that come out every week. We play that. Um, right now I am unemployed, so that's why I have a lot of time streaming. Like I also was, I left my job around like 2 to 3 months ago. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna have like 2 months of just like vacation because like right after school I had a job, and that's what I've been doing. Then I came back home and like, I got to hang out with my friends and like all these cool stuff. I work on my stream, and now it's like, oh man, streaming is so fun. Like, I should really be looking for a job though, but I've been going super hard on MapleStory and streaming.
Yeah.
I've been having fun.
Do you think that has kind of helped, like streaming, as opposed
It
to having a
definitely
job?
has.
Has it been
Yeah.
reliable in some way?
Well, what do you mean by that? Like,
Uh,
has my stream gotten better, or like, do you think I could?
it could be, yeah, from both perspectives. It's like, has your stream gotten better, but also has the monetization type stuff, has that grown since you've had more time? So it's like you've almost gone full-time streamer almost, right? Would that be a
Yeah, definitely. Like, ever since coming back home, I was able to put all like my all into streaming, and I definitely and all into streaming, all into networking, and my stream has definitely grown exponentially. Especially the thing that actually made me grow the most was stop playing Fortnite or stop playing BRs. Because when I went over to
Yeah.
like Dead by Daylight, like I was going up and up, and when I went to Death Guard, I was going up. Um, but playing like super saturated games, what they say is kind of true. Where like you won't, if you don't really have much of a following, then you won't really gain more out of it. But if you play like smaller games, more niche games, or like newer games, when you're one of the first people to play, then you will definitely grow.
Absolutely. Whereas if you're playing Fortnite or COD, you might slip into the, where the
Unless you're
top
like really, yeah, unless you're really
people
good. It's either you go
dominate.
to the top or you go to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that you found sort of your niche in streaming, if you get what I mean. Ah, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think you definitely have, because you definitely had a surge, especially since Death Garden, that I've noticed. Like, I've noticed a massive surge, and that's good.
Definitely.
So I mean, it's good feedback to know that you're doing something right. Someone, Deanna here asked, what your favorite food is.
What my favorite food?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so tacos. I actually back in not back in the day, but like maybe like a year ago. I didn't miss a Taco Tuesday for like 8 months. Cause like my back when where I worked, we had always had tacos, and then after that, I would also just get tacos every Tuesday. It's kind of been a thing, but now I
Mm-hmm.
kind of stopped doing it. Feels bad. Ever since moving back, we don't really have many good taco places here,
Mm.
and that kind of like hurt it. So I've still been eating a lot of good food.
Yeah.
Tacos probably takes the cake. Al pastor.
Ooh. All
Al
right.
pastor.
Let's talk about. I know you mentioned a few earlier, but which streamers inspire you?
Shroud and Anthony Kong fan really inspire me. I pretty want to like replicate their style.
Mm-hmm.
Of like the chill streamer who like puts out like good competitive content while also like like they're different, they're entertaining. Um, I just like the chill type of streamer. Like I don't want to be the person that kind of like yells randomly or like swears a lot. I know both of them don't really swear that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. So, I guess relating to that question, what do you look for in a streamer for you to enjoy their stream? Sort of on a personal opinion type level.
hmm So for me, there's two different. It really depends. There's two different things. Either I go to a stream looking for like how to get better.
Mm-hmm.
So like going to like for example like Shroud for PUBG back when he played PUBG. I would go and see like the stuff that he does, like the guns he uses, the attachments he uses, and like how he thinks going into like the different circles.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd watch him or like something like one of the best people that are the best of the best in their game, either the competitive aspect or somebody who's super entertaining. Like there's some people in IRL that says like the weirdest stuff. Um, yeah, like Marcus Stroud's gun skills unreal. I agree.
Yeah.
Either that or they have to have a really good personality. Like I don't even care what they're playing. Like if they're like super positive all the time and they're super interactive, then I really like watching them.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that. Let's see. We did have a question here from Kat. Kat Ferrum asks, if you could eat one kind of candy the rest of your life, what candy would that be?
um, so like I don't really eat much candy, but I'd probably say Kit Kat. But if I were to choose, I mean tacos are candy, right?
Tacos? Yeah. I just eat tacos.
I like meat,
Yeah.
but it'll probably be Kit Kats. I like Kit Kats.
And
Reese's Pieces is good too.
yeah, Reese's Pieces are good. Let's see. Marcus Maximus asked, if you could change one thing about Maple Story 2, what would it be if you had the power to edit anything in the game?
Um, so right now the thing that's really ticking me off, Maple Story 2 is the RNG. Like the wall for me right now is upgrading my weapon and having only okay, I think it's the 30 dungeon runs actually. Because every week you could only run 30 dungeons and 10 dungeons a day. So which makes it so you have to make alternate characters to like have multiple to run multiple dungeons and get equipment, which is kind of weird. It's like one of the only maybe they do that also in WoW, but I'm not really sure about WoW if making alternate characters is like always beneficial. But
Yeah.
Maple Story 2 really like nails it. Like you have to make, if you want to be competitive, you have to have multiple characters.
That sounds like Destiny as well. You have to kind of, if you
Yeah.
want to collect all the guns, all the armor, You gotta make
But I know a
multiples.
lot of people had like problems with that. They're like, I want to only play this one character, and but then if you really want to be competitive, you have to make multiple characters because you're going to hit a wall. Like, oh, I did my 10 dungeons. Now what?
Mm-hmm.
You go to your next character and do that 10 dungeons a day, and the 30 dungeons a week. So that grind is kind of weird to me. I think they could change that.
How much time does that take, you think, to do that in a day? Like all these things that you're dungeons
So
that
if
you're limited to.
right now, if I had only my main character, to do the dailies and the 10 dungeons would probably take me like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay. So not even a sizable chunk of a stream, really, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But then having multiple characters allows you to still grind. Because like right now, you can't really grind for equips. You grind dungeons to get better equips.
Okay.
Um, Grinding mobs is well, for MapleStory 1, what you did was grind mobs, so like you could just spend hours upon hours of just you could have a single character in MapleStory 1,
Mm-hmm.
just grinding the same mobs for like better equips, which is I guess there's two different ways of grinding then. Either grinding mobs or grinding dungeons. Grinding dungeons is all right, but then it sucks that there's a wall. Like if you run 10 dungeon runs, if you run a dungeon again, you're not gonna get equips.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Blood Rain here asked if you like barbecue on that note.
I do like barbecue. I like meat and
Oh,
rice. I love Korean. Okay, Korean barbecue is probably also one of my
one
favorites
of the
because it
best.
literally has what I like. Meat and rice. I'm getting hungry. It's
Oh
about
man, now that
dinner
we're talking
time.
about tacos and barbecue and all this stuff,
Sounds like my stream in Discord.
what
My
food don't you
Discord's name
like?
is all you can eat chicken.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That is.
Yeah.
Oh man, when aren't you hungry? Deanna wants to know what food you don't like. Then.
What food I don't like? I don't like super fishy food. Like
Yeah.
salmon is fine, but then like the other super fishy ones, like when I order sushi, I usually go for the rolls, so you could
Okay.
kind of tell. Yeah.
Right on. Is there anything else you want to say about Maple Story or anything else you want to talk about maybe?
Um, I feel like I already talked about a lot about it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, if you want to know more, watch me stream.
Yeah, there
I'll
you
teach
go.
you whatever you
Check
like.
out the
Yeah,
link.
there you go.
There it is. It's
Probably be
popping.
streaming it tonight. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So, do you know when you're going live? Will you go live after this, or is there a start time?
I go live usually at 10 p.m. Pacific.
Okay.
I'm like the late night streamer. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great to have you there because I feel like we can always count on you to be live at that time. I'm like, I know who I can host. Like if I'm getting off
Yeah,
at
I
that
hit
time,
that time
you know?
slot.
It's great. Selfless plug. Exactly. Exactly.
I always like I like gaming at night. Like I think a lot of people do too. It's just like it's quiet and also no one's on the internet and like so I always have like pretty decent internet. So there's like 5 people in my house. So it's reliable.
Right on. So you did go to TwitchCon this year. Let's see if you would talk to us a little bit about that. Some of your impressions. Maybe tell some stories about stuff that happened. Maybe.
Okay. Um so TwitchCon in general, like the actual convention, like actually going to the convention and going to like the expo hall and stuff. I mean, it's like the normal convention. That there wasn't really anything super special. The thing that made it special was meeting all the people, like getting to hang out with people that I've been talking to online. Like I met like Lovely, I met Jill, and I met a bunch of other people in the other communities I'm a part of too. So we hung out and then we drank every night, which is super cool. We got to like everyone was there was no one that I everyone I liked or I thought that they were super cool. There's no one that I like oh man, this guy is different, you know. So
Yeah.
that was really nice. I didn't really go to many of the panels or like any of those type of stuff. I just pretty much just hung out with like all the people that I've met online, which was what made TwitchCon super special.
Hmm.
Also, the TwitchCon party was really nice. It was like in a stadium, and there was like a DJ Diplo was in there. Everyone just had drinks. That was if you guys haven't been to TwitchCon, definitely go next year.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be there. Also, it was nice for me because I actually live like right next to TwitchCon, so that was like a no-brainer for me to go.
That is great. Cost effective then. So
Yeah.
were there any perks as an affiliate? Did you get anything special
Um,
out of that?
we got here. Let me open this thing. We got a little pin. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh
Like a Twitch
yeah.
affiliate pin. I actually didn't open it yet.
Wow.
Um, there was also a shorter line to get inside for a
Hmm.
Twitch affiliate, but it was still really long. It took me around like an hour and a half to 2 hours to even get my badge,
Hmm.
and it took like community members like super long. Like I think Lovely and they came really late because I think a lot of people they came saw the line and was like, all right, if we go in later, maybe it'll be shorter. But no, it was longer.
Oh
Twitch
no.
TwitchCon was it was not overbooked, but it was sold out. So
Okay.
it was a big event.
Were there maybe some things that you saw that maybe they could work on for next TwitchCon? Certain things that
Yeah,
could be improved.
like why don't they just mail us our badges?
Yeah.
Why why do we have to pick like there was a line to pick up your badges,
Uh huh.
then there was a line to get in after you could pick up your badges.
And about how
So
long does it take to pick up a badge? Like if you were at the front of the line, how long does it take them to process that?
oh no, it was pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Literally all they here, I'll take my badge.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's my badge right here.
Okay.
Literally all they did is just print out your name. That's all they did.
And so
So
when you
it was
book
just
your ticket online, right? And you pay
Mhm.
months ahead of time, right? Is
Mhm. So then why don't they just mail it to you? That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
like why don't they just yeah, okay. I can see that.
So yeah, all they
Oh,
did was like you show them your email thing, and then you say that yeah, that's me. Give them your ID, and then it's like, all right, here, castle underscore. You print it out for you on this thing and just give it to you.
that yeah, it seems
Partners, it only took them like 10 minutes to get their badges. So that's another benefit for partners.
so
Partners
partners
also,
had to wait in the line as well?
yeah, it was only 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Was it just
versus the
less
2 hours.
partners or was it just faster processing for
No,
them maybe?
they partners had priority
Oh,
on like a
okay.
lot of things. So like they had
I could
partners
see
had their own
that.
party. Partners had like their own line to inside TwitchCon. Partners also had like their own little spot, like a partner lounge. Like they had their own like bathrooms and their own
Wow.
like cool looking little things. So
Right.
they were pampered.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Perks of the job, I guess. Yeah, this seems like mailing the badges would be kind of a no-brainer. That would be a really cool thing to see them do in the future, and I think that'd be really feasible, you know?
Yeah.
Because then they could just check you in, you know? They'd just be like, ID, badge, okay, you're in, you know, and
Yeah, exactly. Like
they
I
could
didn't
streamline
understand what.
that. Because I
Yeah,
mean, did
definitely.
people were telling me that it took like the whole first day just to like get in for some people, and a lot of people missed that first day, and so they got a day free, an additional day free, I guess.
So
Uh,
for example, Lovely and Jill came in. I think they probably got into the actual convention around like 4 o'clock or something like that, 4 or 5, and the usually closed at 6 p.m. So what they did was they increased it to close at 7 p.m. the first day on Friday,
mm-hmm.
and whoever just got Friday passes, they also got Saturday passes as well
Okay.
because the lines were just too long. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the main incentive was really just to meet other people and other streamers, right? Is that kind of the main thing that you get out of TwitchCon?
I thought that was the best part that I got.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other way to like get a bunch of people together like TwitchCon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. It'd be really hard
Yeah,
in
like I knew people coming from like Australia or like in Europe and like a bunch of other places. Um, and they hopefully they made their trip worth it. I mean, I hope it's worth it.
yeah.
It was super fun. For me, it was worth it. because like I just like walked over.
Yeah, yeah. I imagine that was pretty nice. So time wise, did you feel like TwitchCon was long enough or too short or
Too short, definitely.
too short? So
Yeah,
about
I
how
feel like there's a
long was it like all together?
Friday to Sunday, so it was a 3-day event.
Okay.
Some people came in earlier, some people stayed later. Well, the actual convention was Friday to Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
but there's definitely been people that made it like a whole a whole vacation.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like you'd want it to be longer. That way you could make more meaningful, like long term connections. Because if it's really just you walking past the stream, oh, hey, it's you. Hey, what's up? Here's my card. Like, and then
Mhm.
done. It's like you don't really. Because
That's another thing
you
that I
are there to
learned. That
grow in some ways, even if that's not your intention, to like go out and advertise your brand and stuff like that and meet other people and network. It's gonna happen like accidentally. You're gonna find cool people and
yeah, for sure.
connect with them.
What I found out was that I'm really bad at noticing or like recognizing people's faces.
Oh no.
But people came up to me though, and I was like, I had to like every time like when they're wearing their tag, they like, hey, it's
Uh-huh.
Castle. Like, and then I like,
And you had to look at that.
yeah,
I
I was
probably
like,
would too. Yeah.
I get like that awkward like, oh, who is this? Like, oh, it's you. Like a lot of people were a lot taller than I thought they would be. Like on stream, everyone seems like like around my height maybe or like
Yeah.
shorter.
Sure.
Then a couple of my friends that I've been talking to, like I saw like, oh shit, you're like 6'4", like holy, like
Holy
looking up to
moly.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So do you think if they made it like a week long thing, like like E3 or something else, would that be more beneficial?
I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Um, like or at least make it like there's 3 main days and the rest of the days are kind of just like you guys can just come in just to chill and hang out like in the convention,
I feel like
or
that would
something
be
like
really
that.
useful. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the thing about TwitchCon, that was a cool hangout spot, and
Uh-huh.
everyone kind of knew where it was. Like, oh, let's just meet at TwitchCon, and then what you did outside of TwitchCon was what made it worth it.
Yeah.
Like, you go out and eat, get drinks. How tall am I? I'm 5'11". Yeah.
Yeah, we'd probably be about the same height, give or take an inch.
Mhm.
I'm no giant.
Okay.
Oh man. Damn. Yeah, that would be really cool. And I kind of wondered, like, why don't they have like some chill time just set aside where it's like, hey, just maybe all the booths and stuff like that have moved out, and TwitchCon's over, but it's like maybe they could book the hall for a few extra days just
Have
to
like
allow
a
streamers to meet. I imagine partners and affiliates would stick around and want to talk to each other and network and stuff.
like what they can do is just like have a bunch of like streamer like a bunch of like computers set up and just like have people like jump onto and just like stream from that place.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even just like have like a little like depending like maybe like have Fortnite people over here, PUBG or whatever, and then they just like all hang out together and just stream together or something.
That would
Like
be
they're
really
coming out
cool.
with like squad streaming and stuff, so I could see it happening.
Mm-hmm. It might be something they could really look at. That I don't know how open they are to critique or whether they would see any stuff like that. I don't know if they had a way that you could submit stuff like that. Did they have any sort of suggestion box while you were there or something?
I'd assume there were some like they have the Twitch app.
Yeah.
So I didn't really explore it that much, but I'd assume that they'd have something like that.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, though, from last year compared to this year, what they did correctly
Mm-hmm.
was book a bigger venue for the after party. Because last year it was a line like it was like maybe an hour or 2 hour line to the after party on Friday.
Oh wow.
But this year it was just instant. You just walk in. We had like a whole stadium. That's just super nice.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they had shuttles to and from TwitchCon, which I really enjoyed too.
Oh yeah. That does seem nice. Yeah. That would help. The thing with conventions, unless there's a massive voice, they hardly change. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So it does have to be a big deal, I guess. But I mean, I feel like that's what I heard from watching people's impressions on Twitter and watching their streams after TwitchCon. A lot of people were just saying like, "Oh, the best part was meeting people." I didn't go to the panels, or some of them did, but they said that's not what I got out of it. Because I feel like you could just watch those later, like you just catch the
You
recap,
can.
get the highlights later, and that's probably what I would do if I were to go. I really thought about it, and I thought I'd rather wait and see what other people do and see how they experience it and make sure I'm at a place. I don't want to go to TwitchCon and have like nobody I know there, or like nobody recognize me. It might feel like a waste. Even if I got to meet
Yeah.
some cool people, it might. I feel like I need to be at some certain level in my streaming to appreciate it and get a lot from it, because it's a lot of money too. Like, I know I'm only
Yeah.
coming from Texas, but at the same time, it's a lot of money. It's a big time investment.
So do you think next year you're gonna try going to TwitchCon?
I think I'd really like to, especially now that like I saw that a lot of people from our group went, and it would be really cool to meet up with all you guys. It'd be
Yeah,
really
for
great.
sure.
I think it would be awesome. I would just arrange to meet up people at local Comic Con instead of going to TwitchCon, considering it's in a different country for me. Oh, that's
Uh,
cool. I've always thought about going to like Comic Con, some other stuff like that. I think I'd really like it, but I think TwitchCon would be something that would really be something that brings about some growth, and it'd just be cool to meet people and just see like different opinions in the streaming community and just meet different, because you kind of get, I guess, when you're looking for streamers, you kind of just look for your own niche, and you don't really see what else goes on. Like, I've only seen so much Shroud. I've only seen this much of Dr. Disrespect or whatever. Like, just because it's not what I'm looking for, so like I don't really experience it, so I don't know what it's all about, so I can't really comment
That's
on
like
some of that
you
stuff.
don't really know what you like until like you experience it, type of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. There might be something that I'm not experiencing, like ASMR or something, that maybe I'm not tapped into. It's like, oh, you might really like that if you knew about it.
Yeah, ASMR is actually not that bad.
Yeah,
I used to always like bad on it, then I actually did watch some. Like that's actually kind of relaxing.
it really is. Yeah, yeah.
And they do some kind of weird things like the clicking and they're like
And the
I don't
like
know.
making noises,
Yeah.
like rubbing paper together, or like just some of the weird things. But everybody seems to have like their own trigger, I guess, with that.
Yeah,
That's sort of,
definitely.
and so they try to adapt all those. But I saw a streamer that I really admire, Balian, was reading Skyrim books on stream, and so he had it open. He had soft voice, and he was doing different voices for all the characters. And because he's so knowledgeable of Skyrim, he put on the Khajiit accent when a Khajiit person was speaking. The cat people, and I don't know, it's just really cool. Yeah, and
That's cool.
keyboard typing, sand cutting as well. Yeah, those are multiple triggers
ASMR.
in
Yeah.
ASMR. Yeah.
I think I saw Cardi B attempting ASMR and she was super good at it.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
heard about it. I just didn't get to check it out.
it's actually pretty good. Like there's some ASMR artists in the comments like, "Oh, she's gonna take our jobs."
Oh no. Yeah, right. When someone that big comes in, just starts doing that. Wow. Hmm.
But anyways, yeah, TwitchCon was super fun. I'm excited to. I'm definitely gonna do it next year because it seems like it's always in California, so it's not
Uh-huh.
that long of a drive for me.
Yeah, it seems
Uh,
like the perks are good for you.
yeah, definitely.
So how did it work? Did you have community members show up of your stream?
Of my stream, well, there was from other communities.
Mm-hmm.
Not really like. Well, I mean, I guess like Lovely came in,
Yeah.
so I got to meet her. Um, it was mainly meeting other people from other communities. Like the one that I'm also really big in is To Be Determined. We had
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a team dinner, which is the team dinner was great. Like it was
Yeah.
we went to a place where there were multiple pianos around us, and then they would play like a different like they played themselves. So like one piano would play, then would close, and the other piano would play. It's like a Harry Potter almost.
Okay.
Um, It was interesting.
Huh.
I got to meet them. They're all super cool people too.
That's really cool. So all these different teams just had different places where they could meet up and
A lot of pictures too.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of pictures. Um did they have merch and stuff for the for your communities, teams and such, stuff like that?
Yeah,
Were they
I
giving
think.
out stuff?
Hmm.
Okay.
Like a lot of lanyards and pins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
What about I know that they had like booths and stuff like that. Were those more about like games and stream
Um,
software and stuff like that being
yeah,
advertised or sold?
there was there was a lot of energy drinks. Like
Energy
to
drink.
give
Oh
you,
my
yeah, a
gosh.
lot. There's a lot. There's a lot of energy drinks.
Mhm.
Then of course like games like there was Hunt Showdown. Black Desert Online was a really big one too.
Uh-huh.
Um, so like a lot of games, a lot of energy drinks, and a lot of hardware. It's like Elgato Stream Deck and
Okay.
others like that. I drink a lot of energy because I think the first day I was kind of like curious. I was taste testing all the energy drinks. That was a
Yeah.
mistake.
Oh no, yeah,
I
you
was
got
so
kind of
hyped.
wired.
Yeah,
Wow. That's
to
really
play
cool though
Black
that
Desert.
there were actually games like trying to get people,
Yeah, because I
that's a
know
really
Hunt
good way to
Showdown.
connect with developers and make an impression, or vice versa.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. So let's see. Deanna has also got a lot of Monster energy drinks there. Whoops. I,
Energy drinks make me jittery,
yeah,
so I don't
that's the
really drink
thing.
them that
I
much.
stick to coffee and I try not to get into the energy stuff, but I'm sure it'd be nice because I know I get pretty low energy after a while. Oh man.
Yeah, and just pulling an all-nighter.
Or for pulling all nighters. Yeah.
Sounds like college.
Yeah, for sure. Coffee messes me up. Yeah, that's true. It can definitely sometimes it can shut you down, which is not good. How about that? So for Battlefield, did you get like an early access or is
Yeah.
that what that is?
For so I'm part of Nemesis Esports, and they were giving out early access codes to the streamers in Nemesis. So I was able to get a pre-release
Wow.
from EA. I haven't tried it yet. I just downloaded it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll play it tonight, but I'm really fiending for some Maple Story, so I might just play Maple Story.
Might do some. I
Yeah.
like how Maple Story just kind of like it's like this is the priority, but it's like I could also do that, but
I could do it at a
Maple Story
time.
is
I mean,
probably gonna dominate.
it comes. Battlefield 5 comes out on the 20th, so I still have some time to play it
Dude,
before it comes out.
that's yeah, that's definitely something to take advantage of because you can definitely get in there and show people what's what,
Definitely,
establish
yeah.
dominance and all that. Cool. Anything else you'd like to talk about? Any questions or comments?
Um, Nothing much from me. Does anyone in chat have any more
Yeah,
questions?
absolutely. If you have some, we're just kind of riffing back and forth and talking about different impressions from TwitchCon. If you have any questions for him as a streamer or about video games, whatever it is, throw them in there. Yeah. Hmm. Well, so we've talked about different ways that we could bring the community together. What if we did like a movie night? You think that would be
You know,
something?
I know Slaughter's been doing that a lot with his community.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun too. Like everyone like in a voice chat watching like a movie. I think it's like a Rabbit, right?
Yeah,
Where you watch
Rabbit
movies
is really
together.
good.
Yeah, maybe like have a funny movie that we could watch and we could just all just laugh at it, or like a really bad movie.
Yeah, I think that's often the best is just finding something like that we can all laugh and chat about. That's a good way to connect. Let's see. Blood Rain is asking your opinion on Black Desert Online.
My opinion, Black Desert Online. I mean, I never really played it. I know that fishing is a pretty big thing in that game, so I like that. I like fishing.
Okay.
I do a lot of fishing, AFK fishing and Maple Story also. But other than that, I don't really know much about Black Desert.
Okay. Yeah, I'm afraid my knowledge is kind of limited on that one too. Let's see. Deanna here asks, what are some of the highlights of your streaming career at the moment?
Oh, there was a time where I got raided by TSM Visions. Because this was back when I was playing Rainbow Six. I was like, oh, new streamer. Like I don't I mean like new player in Rainbow Six. Let's see how I do. And he rated me, and he's like, dude, yeah, I'm like struggling, straight struggling in Rainbow Six too. Like I'm trying to, cause he's a PUBG pro.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember his community coming in, like doing the raid calls, and like, yeah, Visions kind of sucks. You should go back to PUBG. And I thought that was hilarious.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think that's when I peaked at my highest ever stream,
Mm-hmm.
because he rated me with like 400, 500, so it was pretty big.
Golly, that is crazy. Let's see. We got some other questions. If you could make a video game, what kind of game would it be?
Good video kind of game would it be? It would probably be something close to Halo 2. I like if I would make a game, I'd want it to have, I think glitches make the games really really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially like in Halo 2 there was things like double shot, BXR, which weren't meant to be in the game, but it makes the game that much more competitive. Um but then again, I don't know how to make it so like the glitches are meant to be that you like if you make glitches meant to be there, it's not considered glitches at that point.
Right.
But something close to like Halo 2 would be nice. 'Cause that's the first game that got me into competitive multiplayer.
Mm-hmm. That's an interesting choice. Yeah, something like that would be really cool. Let's see. Rabbit is good, but the rooms are 20 at the most. Discord Canary has screen share with sound share now. Not sure about room fill. Yeah, that could be a thing. What kind of Easter eggs would you put in a game if you ever made one?
What kind of Easter eggs would I put in a game? Sure. Like that's kind of like a. I guess it depends on the game. If I were to make like my Halo game, I guess maybe I put like a funny picture of myself or something. Or shout streamer Nexus out. That'd be cool too.
Oh, there,
Yo,
yeah,
follow.
there you go.
Put my link in there. Twitch.tv.
Yeah, right.
Easy promo.
Put your link. Oh man,
I'm just kidding.
just opens up a browser or something straight to your Twitch. Like you just, as soon as you look at it, you press the action button. It brings up a browser. It's like, what is happening here?
You're watching me now.
And then of course you'd be streaming too, because like people would be playing your game at night, and then they'd be like, "Oh, this guy's live right now. Yeah, I'll just
they
watch
start
him
watching
instead."
themselves playing the game. Yeah.
Still playing Maple Story, like.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Right on. That's really cool. Get someone to make one, right? Yeah, that is a cool. That's a really cool, interesting question. I like that. It's very creative of you. So highlights of the streaming career. What are some things I wanted to ask this? What are some things that you've done that you've noticed that have caused growth in your stream?
So adding a lot of like unique things to my like what I've seen is that if you have the more stuff you have in your stream that's like unique, so like for example, like my yikes or like my dabbing or whatever, and people are like, oh, I've never seen this before, then they'd remember you. Because
Yeah.
if you go to like different Fortnite streamers, if you like a lot of the smaller ones, it's all like around the same. They don't really have much personality to their stream. Like when I started streaming, I kind of just put in like a bunch of random things in my stream, and it was kind of like, 'cause, like nothing was like the same colors, or like it was just like randomly there. It didn't make sense. But
Right.
then as you progress, if you add more, like there's in TwitchCon there's a guy called I forgot his name, but he would do his like OBS things live. So he'd literally have like a watch looking thing. It's like a numpad, and he would just like click on the numpad while he's like walking around in his green screen room.
Huh.
Yeah, he has like some really really cool things that he did. Like he had like 6 cameras, and he could make each camera like select the camera by his like numpad thing, and he could like zoom in to like different cameras. Like he had some really he did OBS stuff live.
Wow.
That's like stuff like that. Like working on your stream outside of streaming is
really key,
really
huh?
big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I probably should start working on because I feel like when I'm thinking of streaming, I just stream and I just play my
Yeah,
games.
exactly. And so it's kind of hard to think of like, oh, what can I add?
Yeah.
And at a certain point, I think it comes down like how much do you know about adding different features? Like some things require you to be Photoshop finesse or After Effects, or have some video
Definitely.
editing skills, or maybe even knowing how to type code. Because I've noticed some of the stuff like I had to do like a just to get like a basic thing, which was to bring in like the Shia LaBeouf clip whenever people type "just do it" in the chat. Like just to do that, it took like a line of Python code, and I was like, "How am I gonna do this?" And it ended up I could like look it up and just kind of copy and paste ideas and stuff,
Yeah.
and it was simple. But at the same
Yeah,
time, I was like, if I wanted to do something more or something more creative, like it definitely would require a little bit of coding experience. Maybe not top tier stuff, but some sort of
some
experience.
understanding for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I think my next step is maybe try to invest in a stream deck or something. I need more buttons so I can do cool things on my stream. I
Honestly,
mean,
it changes everything. The way you're able to switch
you have one?
scenes, mute your mic, stuff like that. Trigger sound effects. You can even start your stream and finish it, or clip, which has been really nice for me just to be able to hit the clip button and bring that up.
Like right now, what I'm using is my function keys. My
Okay.
function keys are different OBS scenes. So like I had one for like my game one, my BRB, my like starting, finishing. But there's not enough buttons, and sometimes I misclick them, and I'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, like why are you on your like, stream ending scene? I'm like, oh shit, I didn't mean to click
Whoops.
on that. Yeah,
Oh my gosh. It really is. It's pretty essential. I mean, it really brings the stream up to the next level. It's quite nice to have. And you could just have folders within folders and just keep going. I mean, I don't think there's any limit to how much you can add on there.
maybe
And
I'll
it's
ask for that. Oh, I should go Black Friday. That's
yeah,
probably gonna
you
be
might actually want to keep a lookout, yeah, for that. Let's see.
definitely.
Deanna asked, "How much would you pay me to make your Maple Story 2 house?"
I'll pay you 2 million mesos. I don't know.
Dang. So have you just not gotten around to that? Is that just
I
not a
haven't. I haven't. No, my house is it's just like farms. There's
uh
nothing cool about it. It's just stuff that life skills that I need.
Oh, okay. So it's a
Deanna here
functional
is,
thing for you.
yeah,
Whereas Deanna's like, no, it needs to look good, like it needs to be, you know, like The
yeah. I
Sims,
haven't really looked
we
into
got to
my
go in
house.
there and design it or something.
I know some people who like have streams specifically just for their house. Like I think I've seen somebody like have like a 6 8 hour stream, literally just making their house.
Wow.
Yeah,
She says it is trash, actual trash compared to my beauty. Yikes.
it really is actually. Mine's is nothing to like be proud about.
So is there any sort of perk from, or is it just sort of a cosmetic thing?
It's a cosmetic thing, and then if you make your house pretty cool, people could also visit your house and nominate you as like the top house.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
right now it's not looking good for me. Like not many
It's
people.
not-
If people go to my house, they're just coming to my house to like farm stuff. That's
right.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's functional.
I think someone asked earlier something about cosmetics in the game. Is there something about that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. For
I
Maple
think we
Story
missed that.
2,
Yeah.
you could make your own cosmetics. So like you could
What?
make your own clothes and stuff like that, and you could also sell them on the market. And whoever buys it, you get a cut of the price. So you could literally just be self-sufficient in in-game currency.
Wow.
But I'm not artistic enough to do that. You could also make your own music. Like you would literally like write your own score, and then
Uh-huh.
you'd play it, and then you people could hear what you made.
Wow.
That's also pretty cool.
That's like
There's a lot of
really
stuff
in
in Maple
depth
Story.
for an MMO type thing to have something like that. Deanna says, I've made my own music in the game. I make a music score for Midna's Lament from Zelda Twilight Princess. Oh my gosh. Wow. All
A lot
right,
of things
definitely
you can
something
do.
to check out. That's super cool. Man, that seems like that's a big time sink. I'd better not get into that.
Yeah, like I haven't even like explored a lot of the things. All I've been doing is like the main getting to end game. I haven't really
Okay.
like yeah.
How long would you say it took you to get to the end game stuff?
I think of actual gameplay, I have like maybe 200 hours in the game over the past
Okay.
month, like over a month. Yeah.
And how many of your friends have maintained that level of dedication, I would say?
Um, from my Discord, there's like maybe around 10 of us who play. There's
Hmm.
probably only two or three besides me that's like at my level.
Okay. Well, it's good to have
Everyone
lots
else,
of people there playing, even if they're not at your level,
yeah.
right?
Discord turned into a Maple Story 2 Discord
Oh my
at this point.
god.
Divine Dango here. He's one of my friends and one of my mods, and he's up higher level than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How far are you going with Maple Story 2 as in streaming, I mean? Okay.
Oh, how far am I going to Maple Story 2? I guess until I get tired of it, but I feel like it's kind of hard to get tired of Maple Story 2 if every week is there something new. Like right now, it's the what is it called, Thanksgiving event.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's the thing about MMO is that there's always something new, and there's like once you grind, like oh one more level, but there's no one more level. There's more levels after that one level,
Mm-hmm.
and there's always stuff that like there's better equips you can constantly be getting. So like you feel like you're never. It's just like working out. Like when you first go to the gym, you're like, once I get my dream bod, then I will stop working out. But you never get your dream
That's
bod
not how
because
that
you
works,
can
is
always
it?
yeah. So you always get better and better.
Yeah, for sure. I think we asked him. We were trying to figure out like would he switch because he did say that in a year's time he might still be playing Maple Story, but he might very well find a new love. But yeah, what? So we talked about maybe Battlefield would detract you for a little while to tune in on that. Is there anything else you think you might down the line?
I haven't really been looking at. Oh well, Smash Ultimate
Smash
is
would be
also
good.
because
Yeah.
I'm thinking of going competitive in Smash Ultimate, but I feel like that wouldn't be the game that I'd be like streaming.
Yeah, it
Like
wouldn't be
that'd
like
be
a
like
full time thing in that game.
yeah, that because for Smash Ultimate, I'd probably be doing most of my hours in tournaments, and
Right.
I can't really. I mean, I could IRL stream my tournaments or something, but I'm
Yeah.
not. I don't see myself being an IRL streamer.
Right. So would you need to like start playing the older games to sort of train, or would it
Um,
just be buying the new one when it comes out?
for Smash,
Yeah.
a lot of people has been dropping off of Smash 4 because like they feel like there's no point in putting in the hours because Smash Ultimate is actually a pretty different game. There's different mechanics, even though it looks really similar.
Okay.
People are already finding like new tech, and they feel like if they keep on playing Smash 4, they're going to go into like old habits.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's very true.
so they're trying to like stay fresh. There's already a bunch of theory crafting and like the different tier lists, which I
Mhm.
feel. I mean, it's fun to look at, but we never really know until we actually play the game.
That's very true. Let's see. Blood Rain does agree that it's very different. Well, that's interesting. That's really good to know. That could shake things up a little bit. I think that'll be nice. Put people on a more even playing level when this new one comes out, you know. Give everybody a chance to adapt and change a little bit.
Which is the nice thing about fighting games. You usually see like the underdogs sometimes going to the top. It's always
Mhm.
like a story. Like if you're watching a tournament from start to finish, it's like, oh, will there be like a different like in Melee actually there's like literal gods. Like there's like five gods that are always at the top of the tournament. But now
Yeah,
it's kind of shifting around, and it's nice to see like that kind of storyline unfold.
that's really cool. Let's see. Blood Rain wants to 1v1 you.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Deanna says, I'm planning on speed running Soulsborne when I manage to upgrade my PC because my PC is trash.
Oh, yeah, internet's also kind of not good. She hasn't been streaming because of it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a real bummer. I'll win. Oh man.
Okay. Challenge accepted.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, guys, Castle is going to be our spotlight streamer for the week. So everybody in the Streamer Nexus, we always try to support our spotlight streamer for the week. Sort of give them a little bit of an extra push. You know, host them, hang out in their chat. Use this as a jumping on point to get to know Castle and maybe connect with Castle if he's your cup of tea. I'm sure he will be. Joey Cruz just coming in. Woo!
Oh, what's up, Joey?
Always good to see you coming by, dude. I was literally having withdrawals when I first stopped. Yeah, I could see that. But yeah,
Well,
definitely try to throw some extra support his way. He's twitch.tv/castle with the underscore. And then his Twitter has 2 underscores after Castle, right?
Castle underscore on Twitter was taken already. Feels bad, dude.
Who is? Oh, come on! Like,
I know, right?
isn't that
And then
terrible?
Castle underscore on Twitter, they didn't have anything. I tried to report them for like just, like
Yeah, right.
an active account, but they're like, nope. I'm like, okay, fine.
They're like, nope, it's an active account. Whoever this guy is, he's still going with it. Are links allowed in chat? Yeah, let me permit you real quick. 1 second. But yeah, that's
Yeah, it was super fun to be in this podcast.
dude.
It was a little last minute, but I feel like I like it this way better.
Yeah.
Because if you gave me a full week, I'd be worrying a whole week about it. And now I kind of just like, just did it. That was super
there
fun.
it is. Ta-da! Very good job. Very good job. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciated your insight and critiques, and also, getting your impressions of TwitchCon. I think it's really good to get that out there because it might inspire other people to be a part of it. It might inspire change within TwitchCon, just to hear different opinions from different streamers about it. Let's see. Also, how warm are you in the banana suit?
How warm am I? It's pretty. I mean, I'm pretty
Does it
okay
get pretty
right
hot?
now. It's getting kind of cold, like where I'm at. So like it's nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is quite
Yeah.
good. Click right now and give that guy a follow. Yeah, give Castle a follow here. Do swing by. Do check him out. He's going live 10 p.m. Pacific.
10 p.m. Pacific. Yeah.
10 p.m. Pacific tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and let's see if we can find someone within the community that we can raid real quick and get you guys over to
Somebody.
someone. Let's see who's live.
A bunch of names here that I actually haven't checked out. I think there's Graytail and Drewster.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are they live right now?
I think so.
Mine's kind of slow. Yeah, we got 7 Lovely Days. We got Jill. We got Sir.
Wait, is Jill live or not? Jill is Seven Lovely online right now?
Yeah, she's on Dead by Daylight. I'll let you pick. Your choice. Your choice.
Let's do. Wait, is she?
I might check. Let me actually click on it
Yeah,
and
we
make
should
sure
probably
it's like
check.
up to date. I would hate to rate
Oh,
someone.
she is. She is online.
She is online.
Let's do 7 Lovely Days.
Okay, 7 Lovely Days. Guys, we're going to raid 7 Lovely Days. You can type in the chat. You could say, like, Nexus Raid, for example, would probably be a good choice of words.
Sure, for sure.
So let's
Thank you again for the interview. It was super fun. The podcast.
Dude, I
Glad to be
really
part of
appreciate
Streamer
you
Nexus.
accepting
Yeah.
it. It was so much fun. I really enjoy this. And guys, feel free to drop a follow, as next Sunday we will have another streamer within the Nexus that we'll be interviewing, and you can definitely check them out. So next week, if you missed the show, we have our links there below for the VODs, either on YouTube or Twitch. You can come here and watch the older podcasts and the newer ones as we upload them. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you, Castle, for being here today. Over and out. We'll see you.
See you guys.
Bye.